Alright you guys, welcome back to the channel. Good to have you here, thanks for stopping by. We're going to continue on with our Starfield gameplay trailer breakdown videos, and today we're going to be looking at the skills that you can acquire throughout the game and the different aspects of the skill trees and the different categories that you can build upon here. We don't have a whole lot to work with from the Starfield gameplay trailer, but I'm going to do my best at trying to break these down as in-depth as I can. With what little we have from the trailer. I'm not doing too much research outside of what I have in the trailer. I don't really want to ruminate too much on aspects of what could be when I'm just trying to give you the most direct information that I can. So I'm going to be basing everything off what I see in the Starfield gameplay trailer. So let's take a look.
The skill system combines the best from our previous games, and you can unlock new skills as you level up, and then you rank those skills up by using them and completing challenges.
Okay, so right off the bat, it sounds to me like Starfield is going to be utilizing that Skyrim system where the more often you use a certain weapon or type of magic or ability, the more you will level up with that particular ability or skill. So, much like if you use one-handed swords a lot, you will start to rank up that ability, and so it kind of forces you to kind of fine-tune and focus your character build into one area of expertise. So as you rank through Starfield and you start to gain more skills by leveling up, the more often you use those particular skills, the more those skills will level up themselves or increase in rank. I myself like this idea because I feel like it feels a little more fluid and natural, and it kind of tailors more to the choices you make as far as the combat in the game. I feel like leveling up and then just putting skill points in certain skills and just automatically being better at them because that's what you allocated your points to feels a little bit mechanical and not quite as progressive, so I do appreciate that system. And also, as Todd Howard stated, not only will you have to use those skills more often, but you'll also have to complete challenges to unlock higher ranks of those particular skills. So it sounds like you have multiple ways to further increase your chosen skill set, which is awesome. So if we take a look at our first screen here, our first peek at the skill tree system, you can see at the top we've got 5 different categories, starting from left to right with physical, social, combat, science, and tech. Now if you count the amount of skills below in the social category, there's 16 total, but a couple seconds later in the video it shows it scroll over to the next category and there's actually 17 skills. So I was under the assumption at first that each category had an equal number of skills, but it looks like they're going to vary per category. So you may have 16 in one, 17 in another, maybe 12 or 13 in one. So I'm not sure what the total amount of skills will be, but hopefully we'll find out more about that a little later down the road. Unfortunately, I can't really go into any detail about the social category and the skills within because they don't really touch on them at all as far as like hovering over the different skills with the cursor, but they do flip over to the combat category and let us take a look at some of the skills that exist within that particular category. So let's take a look at those and see what maybe we can expect. Now in the video it shows the cursor scroll over several of the skills in this category, and in each one I've noticed that they all have 4 ranks. If you look down at the bottom of the category window there where it says current rank, on ballistics it says 3 out of 4, and I've noticed that the other skills in the combat category say the same thing. So it looks like all of your skills are going to have 4 ranks. I'm not sure if that's confirmed for every skill in every category throughout the game, especially in the final release, but so far it does look like every skill will have 4 ranks. So if we take a look at our first skill to the top left there, it's called ballistics, and we can see down below that its current rank is 3 out of 4 and challenge progress is 250 out of 250. So this little area here is kind of showing you what happens when you rank up to the highest level of a skill. Because the person in this video killed 250 enemies with a ballistic weapon, therefore increasing their current rank from 3 out of 4 to 4 out of 4, and we can see what happens there when you achieve that. And basically the effect that that has is that you will increase the range of your ballistic weapons to 30%, which is pretty spectacular. Going from 0 to 30, that's a pretty huge uptake there. So you definitely are going to want to complete the challenges associated with whatever skills that you may have acquired. And that's not to overstate the obvious that your first rank in this skill will be to increase your ballistic weapon damage to 10, and then 20, then 30. So it seems like it's a progressive system where it will probably continue to modify one particular stat over time to increase its efficiency. Alright, so if we look at the second skill here in the combat category, we have demolitions. You can see down below in the bottom left, it's 0 out of 125, and it says kill 125 enemies with explosives. Basically, this person is at rank 2 out of 4 and hasn't begun ranking up to the 3rd level yet. But if you were to kill 125 enemies with explosives, you would unlock rank 3 out of 4, which would allow you to do 30% more damage and have a 30% larger radius on your explosions. So that's pretty neat there for all you explosive nuts and engineer types and demolitions people. That's going to be something you want to rank up for sure. Now our next skill is heavy weapon certification. Its current rank is 3 out of 4. The challenge progress there says kill 250 enemies with a heavy weapon. If you were to do that, you would go up to the 4th rank of heavy weapon certification, which would unlock 30 damage resistance while aiming down sights with a heavy weapon. So ranking up that skill is something that you want to do definitely if you're the type that likes to get into these big gunfights. Just come in guns blazing, because when you're aiming down sights, you will be taking a lot less damage if you're firing a heavy weapon. So if you want to sort of cater more to that play style, then that is definitely the skill set for you there. And the next skill we have here is called rapid reloading, and this one's rank is set to 3 out of 4 as well, showing us what will unlock at rank 4 of this weapon. So if you reload 150 empty magazines, you will unlock this skill, which is really interesting because it's not a guaranteed thing. This is not something that will happen every time, but it says gain a chance to reload your weapon twice as fast as normal. So you're not going to be reloading your weapon faster in general if you rank the skill all the way up. You're going to gain a chance to reload your weapon twice as fast as normal. So that's kind of interesting. It's almost like a roll of the dice. I'm not really sure if there's going to be some kind of mechanic or timed button press, kind of like Gears of War, where you have to reload your gun and press the button with a certain timing to get an effective reload, I guess you would call it. I kind of like that you don't necessarily just get a quick reload every time. I feel like that's a little run and gun kind of Call of Duty style, and I like that there's a chance you could just kind of be in the zone and just reload your weapon real quick. So that's a pretty cool skill there. A little unusual, but interesting for sure, and I do like it. So. And the next skill here is going to be a popular one for sure, and that's sniper certification. Since this one hasn't been ranked up to rank 1 yet, it has like a little description box down there in the bottom left. It says, only a trained sniper truly understands all the elements necessary to patiently and effectively neutralize a target at excessive range. Okay, so at rank 1, it shows down there what you'll unlock is that scoped weapons are steadier and have less sway. For people that like to fight from a distance, use those long-range weapons, this is going to be a must-have skill right here. And last but certainly not least, here on the skill tree under combat is targeting. And you can see for this skill, its current rank is 2 out of 4. In the bottom left there, to unlock the first rank, it says kill 125 enemies without aiming. That shouldn't be any problem for me. But basically when you do that, you unlock greatly increased accuracy and range when shooting without aiming. I like that, that's pretty cool. I feel like that would come in handy a lot for SMGs, shotguns, pistols, things like that. And it would probably stack pretty well with the sniper certification. Just because if you're shooting long range, you know what I'm saying, picking people off, and then somebody runs up on you real close, you can just pull out that short range weapon and be fairly accurate with it. So that's going to be one that you're going to want to look at as well, depending on your build. And then one last thing, the video scrolls over before it shows you all of the combat skills in that category, and you can kind of get a glimpse of 2 other skills, but only the name. It doesn't have any information or anything in depth about them, but one's called marksmanship and the other is called particle beam. So use your imagination on those. I'm sure you could probably figure out what those have to do with or what those skills might increase for you. But yeah, that's pretty much all the skills there that we're able to see in the gameplay trailer. I wish I could dive deeper into this and give you guys some exclusive looks at stuff, but I don't really have that kind of access or ability to get that information. So you're basically just stuck with what you got in the trailer for now. But as far as what I can see, I'm liking it. I like the skill tree system. I like the different categories. In my last video, I did the character creation breakdown where you can see all the different backgrounds and traits and the ways you can build your character, so check that video out if you haven't seen it. I'm going to continue to look at certain parts of the gameplay trailer and see what else I can do a video on and break down for you guys, maybe go a little more in depth, because they sure do present a lot of things in that trailer and they speed by them pretty quickly. Keep an eye out for those videos and stay tuned for more Starfield content. Appreciate you guys tuning in and expect good things soon as we look forward to the future.